Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be continuing our lesson tutorial series that I have on my channel. And today we're going to be learning about Python dictionaries. Dictionaries are essential in Python, and they're very powerful too. So it'll be a really good skill to know dictionaries. All right, so without any further ado, let's just get into it. Dictionaries, as you might know, are sequences. We've learned about sequences, and we have had a couple of interactions with them. So a string is a sequence, and a list is a sequence, right? Because they store items, and they're a form of data storage. They're data structures, right? That's what sequences are. And so a dictionary is also a sequence. And similarly to lists, which are defined with square brackets, dictionaries are defined with curly braces. And so if I were to make a dictionary called mydict, I would put the name of the dictionary, mydict, the equals to sign, and then I would put two curly braces. And inside I would put any items I want. Now, the items in dictionaries are very different from lists and strings, as they consist of key value pairs. Key value pairs are sort of like x and y values of a function, like they are in math. And so basically, a key is something that it's like something that we some information that we know, and then the value is the information that corresponds to it. And so to access the value that corresponds with a key, we index the dictionary like we do with lists. Like, we index with lists, we access the value that corresponds with a key, like that. And actually, that's the main point, getting the value from a certain key in dictionaries. It's very useful because if you have some information that you know, and you wanna know what information corresponds to it, you can use the syntax over here. That is, let's say we wanna store the value of the key high, right? This is a key high, and this is the value hello, and we separate the key and value with a colon, and yeah, so this is what we call an item, and we separate items with commas. That's basically like that. Those are the basics of the syntax. Anyway, let's get back to this. Yes, so if we were to obtain the value, the value that corresponds with the key high, and store it in this variable called value, what we would do is we would do value equals to, right? And then we'll put the name of the dictionary, which in my case is mydict. And then we'll index it by putting square brackets, and inside the parameters, or the parameters are whatever goes inside those square brackets, we'll put in high. And Python will see that this is the key high. It'll take its respective value, and it will store it in the variable value. Then when we print value, we'll get hello, because hello is indeed the value that corresponds with high. Alright, now to delete a key, we use the del keyword in Python. So an example of that is if we want to delete the key high, and by the way, the value will also be deleted if we delete the key. So del mydict high. What this does is we just specify our dictionary, and we index it, and we put in the parameters the key. And then when Python sees the del keyword, then Python knows that it has to delete that key. Now, to update a key to add a key or update the value of the key, use the following syntax, which by the way is the same. So this can be useful if you don't know if a key exists or not. That's fine, because if it does, then it's just going to update the value, and if it doesn't, then it's going to create a key and assign a value. So either way, what you want will happen, right? So For example, my index yes equals to yeah. So we're adding a new key called yes and a new value called yeah. And then let's say we already have the key hi. Right, we already have the key hi. Okay, sorry, let's just forget about this one because here we deleted the key hi. But we do have the key hi, and its value was hello. And if we want to update that value, we'll just do the same thing. My dict hi equals to, let's say, you want to put yola, hola. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, so basically it's the same syntax, and so yeah, that's been the basics of accessing values, adding keys, removing keys, and that's basically everything that you need to know. And then there are more things, like if you want to get a list of all the keys and all the values, then we just we specify the dictionary and we use the .keys method, and we use the .values method if we want to get the values. So dictionaries are amazing, but they have a few restrictions. So the restrictions are that the keys should be immutable or unchangeable. So you can't put a list as a key because you can change lists, just like you can change dictionaries. There are certain sequences like tuples, which we'll talk about later, that can be changed, and those are suitable for being keys. The values can be changeable, but the keys cannot. The second restriction is that duplicate keys are not allowed. So you can't, like in math, you can't have 2x values for you can't have 2x value. I'm sorry, you can't have 1x value that has 2 y values, right? And also here, you can't put two keys. All right, so it's actually a bit different from the x and y functions, because here the x values they're actually similar, because the x values can't be duplicated, neither can the keys. So in Python, basically having 2 keys with the same name is a bad idea, because let's say we have two keys, right, with different values, then the second key will override the value of the previous key. So it's not going to give you an error, but it's definitely not going to do what you wanted. Alright, and so we've gone over that. Let's go into our file and make something. So what I'm thinking is that we'll make sort of a shortener. So if the user enters laughing out loud, then it will change the text to LOL. So we'll write that like text equals to input, enter your message here. Right? So if you want to do that, then the message that the user has will be stored in the value text. And now what we can do is we can use the replace method, which we'll be using. It's a method for strings, but so we have to create a dictionary first. So acronym dict equals to laughing out loud, and that's the key, laughing out loud, and then the value that corresponds with that key is LOL. Now let's do another acronym. Well, what can we do? Yes, oh my god, and we'll change, that's the key. Sorry, we have to put a colon after the key, not a comma, and we'll put in OMG. I'm sorry, where did that come from? Oh, Right. Okay. So we have that, and now we're gonna use the replace method. That it's a method in a string. So have you ever wished that you could replace one instance of any text with another? So what I mean by that is that if so for so if how do I do this? Yeah, I can do it. I can do this like so. For I in acronym dict, and the I is just laughing out loud. So the iterator I goes over cycles over the keys of the dictionary. So for I in acronym dict, or I'll just put keys there, dot keys anyway, just to make sure, and that just basically returns the dot keys just returns a list of keys. And so for I in acronym dot keys, if I in text, so if laughing out loud is in the text, then text dot replace, and then we're gonna replace every instance of I with my dict. I'm sorry, not my dict. Acronym dict I. So basically, we're gonna replace every laughing out loud with LOL. So so I is laughing out loud. It's the key, and to access the value of that key, in other words, LOL, we will use we learned about that, how to get the value of a key, the value that corresponds with the key. And so we'll put acronym dict I. That just gives us the value of the key I. So now we're just gonna print text. So if we enter laughing out loud, then it should, okay, so something went wrong here. So for wait, never mind. That's correct. Text dot replace laughing out loud if laughing out loud is in text, and yes, it is. You know what? Let me just copy that if I made a mistake. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, okay. Oh no, it still gives us an error. Why is that? Alright guys, so I figured out the problem, and doing just text dot, it was a syntactic error. So doing just text dot replace won't do anything. We have to actually store this return value somewhere. So let's say text equals a text dot replace. So when we do text dot replace I acronym dict I, then it stores that value of LOL somewhere, but it just doesn't know. It just doesn't know which variable to store it in, and we have to define that here. Text equals to text dot replace. Now if we run it, and okay, so now when we run it, then it will tell us to enter our message here. So if we do laughing out loud, then it will give us LOL. And if we, let me just copy paste, actually that's much faster. Okay, and if we do enter a message here, if we do oh my god, then it'll put OMG. So and if you put something like oh my god, laughing out loud, then it's gonna give us OMG lol. So that was a quick practice with dictionaries. And so that's all I wanted to show you, except if you want to watch more, you can end the video right now. But if you want to learn something more advanced about dictionaries, then here we go. Let's just copy paste that in. And let me just fix the indents. Not my dict. We have to put in acronym dict. Right. So we can put in key. Okay, key. And you guys will see what I'm doing. So key is the long version of value. So sorry, no quotes there, just value. And let me just comment this code because we don't need it at the moment. Whoa, all right. Okay, so now that we've commented that, let's see what happens. Oh, it's still asking for the message. Whatever, let's just put in anything else that we want. Okay, so basically, actually, let me just comment this too. I don't want the message. Oh, sorry, comment. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that there's a items method, which basically, instead of returning the keys of a dictionary and the values or dictionary, it returns every single item in that dictionary, like every single key value pair. So if we can actually put two iterators in the same iterable and in dictionaries. So for key, comma, value, so Python will know that you're talking that the first iterator will be talking about the keys, and the second one will be about the values. So that way we can go through every item of the acronym dictionary and print like laughing out loud as a long version. So we go through a dictionary which has two keys, laughing out loud and oh my god, so it'll be laughing out loud is a long version of LOL, oh my god is the long version of OMG. So yeah, that's how that worked, and that was it for this video. So see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.